What's up guys, it's Punchy. Today, we're diving into the divisions of the Authority Origin since there's been some confusion about each path's playstyle and content. When this update first dropped, a lot of the division exclusive content wasn't available, so the community missed out on a ton that's now obtainable. I'll discuss every division, how they're meant to be played, and my own take on how you should use each. Let's get into it. Kicking things off with the division I think everyone picked up, the Shock Corps. This one's a pressure heavy and incredibly flexible option, easily the most reliable in almost any situation. Even if you skip some talents, the weapon, or the mantra, Shock Corps still outperforms the rest in overall viability. Let's start with the weapon and mantra content before diving into the supporting talents. The Dustguard Axe is the heavy Great Axe legendary exclusive to the Authority Origin and specifically for the Shock Corps division. If you got it any other way, it's bugged since it's meant to stay locked to that path. It's a really fun weapon with plenty of unique setups. The M1s are basic, nothing wild, but the critical attack is seriously clean. Picking up players works at close range, you can toss them around while keeping your momentum. The weapon's strong, no doubt, but personally, I wouldn't call it legendary tier since it's not exactly broken. Now, the Grand Warden's Axe mantra has a lot of versatility. Its basic form spawns a Thunder Axe that slashes outward with a delayed hit, solid for pressure, and the alternate version, which you can switch to mid windup, slams down and knocks enemies away. Both of these trigger Thundercall talents and sync up well with the Axe critical, and I'm a fan. It also fits smoothly into any build running Thundercall as well, so I'd pick it up. With the talents, they are a bit nuanced and situation dependent, but let's see what they can do. Shocking Reverb is solid for defense. After stacking it up through Thundercall damage, you can activate a Lightning Cloak that blocks light weapon hits and Iron Sing mantras, which is pretty busted. If you're running Thundercall, it's a must-have, and multi-hit options charge it up pretty fast. A more divisive talent is Amp Overdrive. Guard breaking an opponent doubles their stun time, but the same happens to you if you get block broken. The downside's pretty rough, so I don't think it's really worth it, though landing it can easily lead to a one combo punish. To back up Amp Overdrive, there's also Martial Brutality. The lower your opponent's HP, the more posture pressure you deal. That's always going to be busted no matter the build or situation. It's a strong, reliable talent that works in every environment. The last talent available is Absolute Force, which builds off Oppressive Force to boost posture damage from your special flourish. It's decent and can work, but I wouldn't grab it unless you're fully focused on a posture heavy setup. So to wrap things up, Shock Corps also has a new armor that grants a highly defensive talent. Battle Hardened reduces damage taken from mantra guard breaks, and when stacked with other damage reduction, it becomes seriously tanky. Shock Corps, in my opinion, is probably the strongest overall division for real gameplay builds, and I think it's going to be a go-to for a lot of players. Next up is the Inquisition division, the stealth-focused assassination path. This playstyle is all about sneaking in and taking care of business, but it's got a lot of potential that I'm personally excited for. It's overall solid, but it's not for everyone and definitely not the most versatile. The Inquisition's weapon has some of the highest potential out of any option. In theory, it's the strongest dagger ever, but if you can't pull it off, it's not exactly fun to use. So Big Brother, this weapon, works like a normal dagger with standard M1s and a regular crit, until you strike somebody's back in combat with a light attack. After this, your critical becomes an instant teleport that deals % damage and triggers all assassination talents, insanely strong when executed correctly. Unfortunately, you won't always have this critical ready. It's easy to counter and has a hefty cooldown. I still love the weapon since landing the crit feels rewarding, but I'd prefer if it be a little bit easier to use rather than outright stronger. Now this mantra, this is what I love to see. Hidden Blade is a close range grab that poisons targets for % damage and stuns them briefly. The armor talent extends the poison duration, letting you stack pressure while enemies scramble to react. So it's stylish, effective, simple, and fits this division perfectly. Moving forward, let's discuss the talents for this division since they're a little bit deceptive due to their descriptions. Fatal Stealth is honestly disgusting, and I used to think it was just alright. It boosts backstab damage based on your stealth stat, and backstab here means landing a light M1 behind somebody's block, not a full assassination animation. Any back hit counts, which makes this talent kinda insane for damage. Next up is Stature Break, which works similarly. Landing any back hit with an M1 disables posture regen, and that's wild. Since this isn't limited to assassinations, it's basically pure offensive snowballing whenever you land spine cutters or sneak in hits behind blocks. A more interesting pick is Backstabber. It lets you deal bonus damage on a backstab light M1 while kicking your opponent away. There's a short animation that cues the backstab backstab and it looks clean. This can break combos a little bit, but I still like how it plays. Next up is Executioner's Frenzy, a solid support talent. Landing light M1s while your opponent's posture is paused, just like with Stature Break, lowers both your assassination and Big Brother crit cooldowns. So it's pretty nice for looping that teleporting crit and worth trying if you're running the weapon. Flanking Maneuvers is yet another support talent centered on assassinations. Enemies you assassinate take more pen from your squad, but if you're a solo player sneaking in alone, it's probably not worth picking up. The last talent, Tacet Minimization, helps you get in close. It requires the Murmur to use and shrinks your detection zone while active, making your bubble harder to spot. So, as for the armor, it's solid, and like I mentioned earlier, it also boosts Hidden Blade's poison duration, making the whole setup even deadlier for duration. Overall, the Inquisition division is pretty powerful, but it's situational and might fall behind if you aren't consistently assassinating or backstabbing your opponents. Finally, we've got the Leadership division, focused on teamwork and pushing your squad forward. This is a support-heavy path, but it comes with some solid passives and active abilities that I'm definitely a fan of. So, starting off, we've got Warden Jericho's weapon, the Right of Authority. It requires both Thundercall and medium weapon, and it's pretty fun to use. The M1s are standard with nothing special, but the critical goes crazy, and after landing a Thunder Slash, you can follow up to close distance, making it great for hybrid medium elemental builds. The Leadership mantra, Glorious Charge, is just pure support. When used in a party, it grants your squad a speed boost buff and makes them unknockable for a short duration. I wish I could show you, but currently it's bugged. Now, let's talk talents. Buster Call, a One Piece reference, is basically a nuking device. You mark a spot and call down an orbital strike that drops multiple explosions. They deal huge damage, ignite players, and pair nicely with Flame Charm, though the cooldown's pretty hefty at 24 hours. Next is Target Focused, a straightforward shared charm talent. Enemies you charm take extra damage from your squad mates. It's simple but effective. You tag somebody with a status and your whole team is gonna hit him harder. Now onto the officer talents for leadership, being Officer's Training. It boosts your defense against enemy critical attacks based on your weapon type. Finally, the outfit here isn't new. It's the classic Authority Captain drip that's been around for a while. And that wraps up the Leadership division. So with all of the cards on the table, those are the 3 new Authority Origin divisions, each with their own playstyle and purpose. I'm a big fan of how these turned out, and hopefully you'll find some fun builds to mess around with too. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thanks once again to all the supporters who motivate me daily and directly help out this channel. If you want to join as a member, go down below, but besides that, my personal Discord, Guild Discord, and my UGC group are all linked, so check them out. Thanks once again, and make sure to like and subscribe. It's punchin' time.